Flippers, what's up, y'all? Can't flip for ship here today, and all I wanted to talk about was what's the best flipper for the money, or what's the best trainer for the money. And so I figured I'd go over it with you guys here, and I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Okay, look here, I'll say it this way. I wanted to wait to make this video until I had tried the Balisong so that I could say for sure, because it's out there as one of the better trainers that you have an option to buy. And so to me, it was just one of those things where it's kind of a required thing. You got to try it out. You got to see what it's like, see what the hype is about. So I tried it, and I want this video to be really short because I don't really think it needs to be a long video. And all it is I think the Balisong is a great trainer for the money. And if you're somebody who respects yourself, you should get it, right? If you got 60 bucks, 70 bucks to spend, why not? You know what I'm saying? But here's the other point I want to make. Still, my opinion stands that the best trainer you can get for the money is this right here. And I'm not talking just any specific Balisong or any specific Kraken. I'm talking about the Bali Plus Tonto Kraken with the blade sanded off. This specifically is such a good trainer. You're talking about for 50 bucks or 40 bucks or whatever, 50 shipped probably, that you're gonna get something like this. It's just not heard of, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people are against clones, and that's why I say if you respect yourself, get the Volt, you know what I'm saying? But for me, I will tell you, this has better grip. The overall feel of it and balance I prefer. And so, you know, it's not anything against Will Hirsch particularly. All it is just that I think that this Balisong outperforms the Volt. And if you already have clones, or if you're an endorser of clones, I would say just get this one, because the value that you're gonna get is pretty much second to none. So yeah, specifically this, what I'm talking about, the Tonto, get a Bali Plus Tonto live and sand the blade off. I know I have a cut on my finger, but that's not because of this. It's because earlier I cut myself with my Monarch clone. So yeah, I mean, I don't endorse clones as much as I used to anymore, just because you know, as I get more and more into flipping, I've come to realize that like clones are their own type of thing, but they're not inherently better, especially considering the longevity of them. I mean, comparing to and I don't want this video to be about clones versus like originals, but when you compare the longevity of a clone versus an original, you can clearly see that there is a difference. So that's one of those things where I just kind of figured I'd talk about that really quick. But yeah, so if you respect yourself and you consider yourself a true flipper, then yeah, get yourself the Volt, right? But if you really do need the lowest cost option, because I know a lot of people expect to get into this and they want to try it out and they have a $20 Amazon Bally and they're like, yeah, what can I get? And then somebody tells them like, yeah, just get you the Kraken, racking and slacking and backtracking, and it's only $200 and it's totally worth it. And it is worth it. It is worth $200. But what you guys don't understand is, at the same time, that's still too much money for somebody. There's a such thing as something being worth the money and still being too much money to any certain individual, right? So that's kind of all I wanted to say. But along that line is just, if you really only have the minimal amount of money and you want a Balisong that can handle any tricks you throw at it, this is it, right? Make sure you sand the blade off, because they're ridiculously sharp. It's literally the difference between cutting yourself and not wanting to flip, and having an enjoyable experience where you can learn tricks like the scissor, tricks like the giraffe, tricks like, you know, Z choker and stuff like that, like things that are a little more on the advanced side. And you just can't learn those types of tricks on a crappy Balisong. So yeah, that's really the point of this video. I don't want it to be longer than 5 minutes. I just wanted to say that this is the sleeper trainer that people aren't talking about. And it's not necessarily a trainer, but it's a trainer because if you sand the blade off, the balance, the feel, everything is perfect. So that's all I wanted to say. Rock on.